Hello and welcome back to the 6th episode of Kerbal Space Exploration. So in this episode we are sending Bill and Bob back home to Kerbin. But first we have to rescue Bob because he is 9 Ks away from his lander and he only has 32% fuel left and we used the rest getting here. So he'll probably not be able to go back home. So Bob has now sent Bill a message that he needs to be picked up and that he would like to go home with him. So Bob is preparing for a takeoff and flying over to Bob. So I'm just executing a small burn. 1 meter per second was too small. Let's see, 5. Why are you not executing? Oh, we are out of power. Right, solar panels. Deploy. So yeah, first we have to charge up our autopilot. I could do the flying over to Bob probably, but it would be very difficult to land this right next to him. So 1 is still too small. Oh, vertical first. There we go. So no. 5. Why are you not working? Okay, then let's do this the old-fashioned way with the SAS and yeah, just forget that whole thing. That was a fat lot of help that did us. So yeah, pointing this up and on when we're this close to the ground we don't have a chase cam, so let's find out. This points that way. Okay, so that should be pretty simple. Let's just go over to our 45 degrees and just burn until we get a nice heading over to Bob Kerman. He has to stop walking so far. We're using precious fuel from our lander. It's a good thing we have so much in our landing stage. I think we could probably orbit this thing with just the lander fuel. So yeah, a little over-dimensioned the whole thing, with the rocket at launch having enough fuel to send us all the way to the moon and crash itself and then fly out again. And this probably would be able to deorbit and fly back home with the whole lander, but you can never be too careful. Unlike Neil Armstrong, we will not be holding our fingers over the abort button just in case we run out of fuel, as they almost did. So looking at this beautiful moonscape, and it's a lot easier to see the moonscape now with the rocks, even though they light up a little bit too much to be natural, but it's easier to see where things are. So yeah, loving it. So bringing it down to getting closer to Bill. So let's kill off some of that velocity. We probably should get a little bit away from that mountain too. And let's see, killing the velocity again. Just bringing it nice and easy straight over. Bringing it even a little bit. Oh, advanced SAS off and finding out which direction I want to point. So a little bit north. Just 315 degrees. There we go. And just pointing straight up, doing a little, just using the velocity we already have sideways to keep ourselves going. I see a lot of people sometimes when they play this game, they do their maneuvers a little too harshly. I guess they full throttle one way and full throttle the other way, and sometimes it's just easier just to slow and easy take the spacecraft slow, or taking it slower than rushing it into it. You could usually it saves you time too, because you don't have to go back and forth so many times. So yeah, 300 meters away from Bill, he will have to walk those 300 meters. So killing that last velocity and taking it down. So yeah, going a bit up again. Not on purpose, but still. And touching down. Nice and easy. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy. There we go. And cut. Beautiful. So let's go over to Bob. So yeah, there's Bob, and he has done all his readings from the control panels on the drone, or the survey lander, probe, whatever. What did we call it? We called it, I think we called it a survey lander. Yeah. So he has done all his reading from there, and is now ready to go back home with Bob. Billy Bob. Keep mixing those two up. So bringing it slowly in, just in front of the spacecraft. And it was the right side too. And I'm not allowed to take out the ladder, but never mind, we have still some fuel in our rocket pack. Ah, come on. Come on, you, grab it. There we go. So yeah, let's find our rendezvous ship. It's coming up right on the other side of the moon, so let's warp until it's around here somewhere. And this is going to be something different, because I usually head for the 90 degrees marker when launching for a rendezvous, but I guess today I will have to go for the 180 degrees marker. So that will be something new. But you'll learn something new every day, don't you? So just bringing this up a little bit, and let's turn it around. So, nope, that's the wrong way. There we go. And burning. So let's retract the landing gears and point this towards the sky. And we want to dump these so they fall back down. Hopefully don't hit another probe. We can make another crater. The moon is full of them anyway. So pointing horizontal now, picking up our orbital speed. And yeah, we overshot it a little bit, but that doesn't matter, because then we can get rid of these fuel tanks. And I don't bother making a stage for it right now, so let's just do it one by one. There we go. That's what's left of our lander. It's incredible that that whole big ship we sent up is now just this small thing and that one. And of course the fuel tanks flying next to us. Kind of cool view to see. But okay, so our moon lander, let's set it as a target. And yeah, we're gonna have intercept, so we're gonna come up first in front of it and then behind it. That we can work with, that will be fine. So let's bring this. Let's see if we do. Let's use the maneuver nodes to plan our rendezvous with this craft. So yeah, let's see if we do it from here. Let's just delete to start a new one, and then we just use that velocity to push it down. I think we can do this sooner rather than later. Oh, close, very close. So yeah, we already passed this point, so no matter. Let's just point this. Well, if we point this way, how will that affect us? Our heading is that way, so yeah, let's go for a target burn straight away. Relative velocity, there we go. So let's see if we can do this rendezvous now at once. And how come we lost half the fuel? Well, never mind. Pointing our spacecraft towards our target and seeing all our space debris flying around. So yeah, when is our rendezvous? That's not good enough. Let's do some more burning, bringing it even closer. So 10 kilometers, that will be good. Killing the relative velocity when we get there. And where is it now? So yeah, that's it, and we are over here. So getting down, preparing to rendezvous with this. I don't know if I would be Bill or Bob right now, would feel so safe, but never mind. They are brave astronauts. Killing that relative speed again. Try not to overshoot it as much this time, saving the fuel. And pointing towards, whoa, that's a crazy ride. I'm happy I'm not them having me pilot them right now. So 40, that should be good. Killing relative velocity again when we get closer. Oh, I'm so used to the slow lag right now that I keep overshooting things. So yeah, missed it, and we're using so much fuel on getting back. So yeah, taking it a little slower this time. Bringing it in closer and closer. Killing our relative speed again. And taking us closer. Trying not to overshoot it this time. So yeah, being used to having this massive lag that you could just push the buttons and brake once and you jump forward a certain distance doesn't work anymore. I'm not complaining that I don't have the lag, but I just have to get used to how things work now. Bringing it in even closer. There. 500 meters, 400. Let's take it down to 300 meters and brake. So point towards our target. And this last time we used the engines, I think. From now on we will go over to the RCS thrusters just braking our relative speed. Turning on the RCS and shutting down the engines, and this too. Yeah, nice going. So our rendezvous vessel is pointing in a perfect direction for us to rendezvous with it, just at once. So after some bad luck after our launch, we finally got some good luck. So going into chase cam. Why are you over there? I want chase cam. Being from behind. Never mind. So yeah, still not having the best luck in the world today. But we found the direction anyway. So let's just kill this velocity a little bit. Point this in the direction we want to be in. Okay, turning the RCS on and fine controls on. Having that beautiful sun in the background. And we'll just take it down till we feel like we have the moon lander in a good position. And I also use the nav ball to see here when the pink marker reaches close to my heading marker, because that means I'm pointing straight for it. So going straight ahead, pushing it a little bit more in directly. Let's take a look. Going to use my eyes a little bit too to see the distance. We don't want to ram this too hard, killing any possibilities of getting home. Then we'd probably have to send a rescue mission for the left Kerbals. So that's our OS duct. So let's deploy the solar panels this time so we have plenty of electricity. Turning off the SAS, stopping that wobbling. And let's get Bill and Bob on board our spacecraft, our return vessel. So even though this mission haven't been done exactly Apollo style, I think it's been a good enough comparison with the whole lander assembly and stuff. Even though it's a little different design on the Apollo missions. But still, this was good enough. It was a good first experience for the Kerbals to go to the moon. So now this is empty, let's undock. And I actually think because of mechanical jebs on the side, we can deorbit this, sending a destroy signal to it. But first we are going to send our brave Kerbals back home. Oh, I knocked it. Not good, not good. I didn't watch the screen, I was only watching the nav ball. So yeah. Some mistakes today, some mistakes. But I guess that's funny for you guys to see me messing up. So normally we would break at this point, so I guess we'll just have to try it at this point. Or not break, but doing our deorbit from the moon and into the Kerbal system. And by breaking I mean that heading this way will bring our periaps hopefully down over Kerbin once we escape the moon. So let's see where our periaps ends up. We have so much fuel left because this return vessel was also going to be the vessel sending us to the moon, so that we had that extra stage helping us. That was just a lucky or a good bonus of me not testing the flight earlier either. And we're going to go straight for a deorbit, hopefully landing. So 35 should be good enough. This might not work when they add re-entry heat to the game, but for now it works. So yeah, this is still controllable for another few seconds while we have electricity. So let's just send a kill signal to this thing. You just crash into the ground, kill yourself. Yes, there. You're dead. Good, less space debris to think about. Yeah, killing the throttle even though there is no fuel in the tanks to help it anyway. So let's warp this thing into an encounter with Kerbal and taking it home. Bill, Bob and Jebediah going home, and they've been to the moon, seeing the moon just fly away. And yes, I think we're approaching Kerbal now. Yes, time warp giving us away. So let's see, our periaps is still, oh, it's a little higher now actually, so that's not good. We don't want to be shot out again, so let's do a last burn to bring that periaps down. Not up, wrong way, wrong way. Down, down, down. Hurry, Kerbals, work faster. Taking it down to 35 again, hopefully. So yeah, come on, 35. Let's take it a little more, just to be on the safe side. There we go. And let's get rid of all this. Oh wait, I forgot something very important on this spacecraft. We have forgotten parachutes. Crap, we have to land this on the engines. Or if I fail, Jebediah and Bill will die. Huh. That was a slight mistake. Forgetting the parachutes. Damn it. So yeah, not been the perfect mission for the Kerbals going to the moon for the first time. But the Kerbals are brave, brave men. And probably women too. So let's just use the atmosphere to aerobrake ourselves down. And let's hope that we can land this gently in the ocean with the engine. Hopefully we can use the atmosphere to brake ourselves most of the way and still save Bill, Jeb and Bob. Yeah, so seeing our orbit, we're no longer in, well, we're in a sub-trajectory orbit, meaning that we're going to hit the ground. We're still traveling over 1,000 meters per second. That's a kilometer a second. That's quite fast. So yeah, let's start preparing our retrograde burn. I think we'll start it at about 12 or 10,000 meters, hoping that, or using the atmosphere as much as I can to aerobrake. So yeah, if we had re-entry heat now, we would probably burn up the engine and fuel tanks and everything and not have this possibility. So thank God for that, since I cannot remember a parachute, obviously. So yeah, just killing all that velocity going down. Still way above the ground. So, and we are now very, very lucky and happy that we were so safe on the fuel, carrying all this fuel all the way with us to and back from the moon. Because if we were soon to be out of fuel now, this would be a catastrophe for the Kerbals. So yeah, I don't know if Bill, Bob and Jebediah are married to the same woman, since they all have the last name, but their girlfriends or wives would probably be very sad if they crashed into the ground and died. So yeah, taking it even more down, hoping we can stop this thing. Stopping this bullet from the sky. Yes, we killed plenty of velocity now. No, not picking it back up. Let's just burn some extra fuel. Being safe and cautious. Yes. 20 meters per second. Going down. Would be nice to see some lights, to see the ground. And in reality, landing on this in water would be kind of safe, or safer usually. That's why they do it, than landing in water. But Kerbal, the ocean in Kerbal are filled with many monsters and krakens that will destroy your vessel if you don't be very, very careful. So actually, I would prefer to do this over land, because that would have made it a lot easier. And yes, perfect touchdown. And we saved Bill, Bob and Jebediah, and they are ready for new missions and new possibilities. So yeah, next episode I think we'll start building our first space station around Kerbin. Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. See you guys later. Wearing Storm signing off.